this?
Yes.
Alright. Hold on a second.
Okay. I guess I just show this how you run this thing. Oh.
So let's get to this thing. All right. Hey everybody.
Hey.
Speak when spoken to. Hey everybody. My name is Nathan Jones, and this is my friend Ben.
Hi.
And he's one of my best friends, and I'm really excited to have him on here doing my Q&A with me. I have just reached 200 subscribers.
Woo!
I guess I'm almost at 209. I don't know what it is now, but I'm really excited to do this.
Dude, we're over 300.
Dude, you don't have a watch.
Oh, yeah.
But I have the questions here, and also I have a couple of them vetted, but I'm really excited to do this. Are you excited to do this?
Yeah, dude. Let's see what
these
adoring fans have to say.
So I have about 8 fans who have answered, which
is
cool.
Great.
8 fans, yeah. It's all good. All right, the first one is from SJS Films, so thank you so much for saying
SJS,
hi.
Thank you.
And that was, he asked, who is your favorite director?
Oh, I don't know.
I had time to kind of, pull together what I think. Martin McDonagh is my favorite right now, and that he did In Bruges, which is over there, normally and in my videos. He's probably one of my favorites. He did 7 Psychopaths, and he's doing the new 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which I'm really excited for, with Woody Harrelson and Peter Dinklage and Frances McDormand.
That's exciting.
What about?
I always love Woody Harrelson.
I love Woody Harrelson. little Harrelson.
Little boy.
I can't say his name. Do you have any favorite directors?
I'm gonna go topical and say Taika Waititi.
Oh.
Yes.
Taika Waititi.
So he did the most recent Thor movie. He did What We Do in the Shadows, and yeah, he's just super funny. And like we lived together in the dorms, and we would watch Flight of the Conchords, and it's a good time.
Back in old undergrad land when we lived in the college.
And we're
in the dorms.
Poor graduate students.
Now we're poor graduate students. Yeah, Taika Waititi, I agree. He's an amazing director. And I actually have Boy, one of his first director films from New Zealand. He also did some Flight of the Conchords producing, I guess, or something like that. He wrote some of the episodes. I don't know exactly, but he's involved somehow.
And The Wilder People. Which
The Hunt for the Wilder People with Sam Neill.
Huge in New Zealand.
Alan.
Yeah.
Alan. Another one I would say is Denis Villeneuve. I really like him right now. He just did Blade Runner 2049. He's done Arrival. He's done Prisoners. He's done Enemy. He's done Sicario. He's got actually a couple more movies that I like. Incendies is a good foreign film, but you've seen some of those too.
Yeah. I have not seen Blade Runner 2049 yet, but I need to.
Soundtrack's gorgeous. I mean, it's not as good as Vangelis, which is from the original Blade Runner. That soundtrack is like just fantastic. I mean, if you want to check out my soundtracks, I actually talked about Blade Runner a little bit in one of my top 10 movie scores, so check that video out.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Follow-up question, what's your favorite foreign director?
Oh, well. Mine's good. How about you?
I pick Akira Kurosawa. I think 7 Samurai. I have some of my Criterions over here, somewhere over here. I have Yojimbo. I also have Rashomon, and I have several other Akira Kurosawa films up here, from Ikaru and Hidden Fortress. I can't wait to look at all his stuff. But 7 Samurai, Yojimbo, and Sanjuro I really loved. And you know about those movies too, right? At least 7 Samurai.
Yeah, we don't really have too many great domestic directors.
No.
Not of late. Sorry, Michael Bay.
Alright, next one is, how long do you think physical media will last?
Physical media?
Physical media. I think it'll last probably next 20 or 30 years, if it'll ever go away. I don't think it'll go away.
Yeah, we're children of physical media, so I think having physical copies of stuff is the greatest. Plus, streaming, unreliable. When's it going to be taken down?
Yeah, Netflix takes things down pretty constantly. It's pretty crazy. And I always like to say that to my friends almost every single time, like, I'm like, hey, did you check this thing out on Netflix? And then when I check it out, it's not there. I'm like, oh, well, most of the things I own, about 80 to 90% of this is not on Netflix. And I'm happy. I mean, obviously you can go pirate things, but it's not fun. And also the quality's not good usually, and it's just not fun. I like having the physical product. I've talked about it a couple times. All right, next is top 3 favorite TV shows.
No.
I have a list, so I can help him kind of think about this.
How about you go first?
All right, so I have different parts of my life. I've had different favorite shows. So I would say my first favorite show that I ever like really fell in love with was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I fell in love with that show. I just hands down. I watched every episode. I always went home after junior high and high school over to my next door neighbor's house and just watched those as they were airing, and it was just I loved it. Next, I would say the next thing I ran into that I really loved was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's
growing up, which I think is probably my favorite animated show of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It just leagues above everything Nickelodeon's ever put out.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion.
Except for All Real Monsters.
Except for Real Monsters. Yes, very close contender here.
Yeah, pretty close.
Let's just say, next from there, I moved on to Dexter. I really loved Dexter, at least the first half of Dexter. It was really, really good. Next, I moved on to Full Metal Alchemist. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. Then I'd say Game of Thrones. Obviously, it's probably my favorite current show.
Yeah.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, we both love.
Exactly.
And then I would also say Mad Men was probably the last thing I saw that I really just was just binge watching.
It's not 3.
I know that. What about you?
Let's see here. Well, when I was a kid, my dad showed me Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's
and
great.
I love Seinfeld.
I've only seen episodes. I really need to watch the whole thing now.
I swear my parents are like Jerry Seinfeld's parents. We're not Jewish, but that's kind of the basis that we're on.
Well, with the last name...
Yeah, Spitz.
Well, we can question that.
Yeah, right. But anyways, I used to watch that after school all the time, and of course, along with comedy, gotta go with Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Dude, Scooby-Doo. The original mysteries.
The best animated show, not film.
Not Avatar? Not Last Airbender? It's Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo is deeper.
Scooby-Doo is deeper.
The lore was a lot better. Yeah.
It's Old Man Jenkins the whole time.
Every time.
And what about your third?
Clown. I gotta say...
Off the top of your head.
I don't know, as far as like serious shows go,
yeah,
Game of Thrones. Had a lot of fun watching.
You finally caught up too.
Yeah, I'm all caught up now.
He was.
Don't worry, I know all the spoilers. So
don't worry, we have to wait another year and a half now.
I have a break. Cut to like what is 7 minutes and 15 seconds. I'll tell all the spoilers in between then.
That he's lying. He won't say any of those.
But I don't know. It's as far as comedy goes, It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Never fails. Like
any like mood, right? Like any mood you're in, it's always just fucking hilarious.
I'll watch it by myself and laugh out loud, just because it reminds me of like our friends. Like
our friends are like
we do stuff like that all the time. Not nearly as narcissistic and terrible.
No, we don't put ourselves in those situations that often.
We get close though.
Oh yes, especially our trivia team.
Oh yeah, right.
All right, so thank you, SJS Films. That was the first set of series of questions. Now we're moving on to Rage and Honor. I actually know this guy. He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay.
And what order would you order the Quentin Tarantino films? How would you rank them?
Oh, jeez.
Well, I have them all right here, so I mean we can all rank them here. And I'm taking out True Romance. He didn't really direct that, and I'm also taking out. These are the ones that I have right here. So I've got Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill 1 and 2, Volume 1 and 2, Jackie Brown, Inglourious Bastards, Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, and there's also Planet Terror is what he did.
Oh, yeah.
He's done a lot of films. I guess how I would order this really quickly, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction are my top 2 probably.
Yeah.
I would say Django and Inglourious Bastards are next. Those two right there for me. Then I would say Kill Bill Volume 1, Hateful Eight, Kill Bill Volume 2, and Jackie Brown. That's how I would put it. So I would say Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Inglourious Bastards, Kill Bill Volume 1, Hateful Eight, Kill Bill Volume 2, and Jackie Brown. What about you?
Okay, so let's see here. I agree for the most part, but I think I'm going to go Reservoir Dogs first, Pulp Fiction. I might put Inglourious Bastards over Django Unchained.
Yeah.
But those are definitely in the same spots. I'll keep Kill Bill above. Hateful Eight I don't know. I might switch those two.
I really love Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight was really good.
I mean, honestly, all these movies are fantastic. I love them all. Jackie Brown's the only one that I'm kind of like iffy about. There's some really great moments in that movie.
Yeah, you know what? I've never seen Jackie Brown.
So that's clearly in the last. So pretty close.
So,
we have the same, pretty much around the same list here.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna put these
Reservoir
back in order.
Dogs is a classic. Pulp Fiction's another classic. And
Those are just the ones that put them on the map.
Really.
They just haven't gone anywhere really with that.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to his next thing. I guess he just he just got on Sony because Miramax obviously doesn't exist really as much anymore with the whole Weinstein stuff. And so he put all his stuff on Miramax and Weinstein's companies. And so they're finally, I guess Sony just picked it up, his newest film about 1969.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Next, and I think I know his answer, but favorite Ninja Turtle? Mine's Leonardo, because he's got katanas. I'm going to guess his, but I'm going to let him say it.
Mine is Donatello, because I do machines. I'm like a mix between Donatello and Michelangelo, because like, I like to think I'm decently smart, but I also like to party.
I also like to party, and that's why we probably are both partly Michelangelo.
Yeah, probably.
I'd probably say, would you say I'm probably Raphael, though? Like, on the
if we had
personality?
If we had to place.
If we had to place personality, I'd probably put him as Donatello and Raphael. My favorite being Leonardo, pretty much because of katanas, but also I like kind of leading things. That's just my personality. I like taking over situations. I guess I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's here. Damn it.
Yeah, I had no choice. Oh.
All right, so we're moving on to 5-star. Thank you, 5-star, for putting your questions here. This one's actually I kind of answered on the podcast. Why is Hollywood filled with the brim with perverts and pedophiles? I mean, this is just like everything's coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing. I don't know.
It's just a power trip thing. I think.
Power trip.
It's just about constantly power trip, man. It's just, to me, it's constantly just you're put in a position of power. You have so much influence, and like, hey, you're not going to get a paycheck. Or you're not going to get this movie cast, or you're not going to get a role if you don't do this favor for me. It makes sense to me.
It's gross.
It's gross, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, shoot. At least it's being brought to everybody's attention.
Yeah, that's a
other
good
than,
thing
like,
about this.
Being swept under the rug like it used to be. Like, oh, that's the business.
That's just the business. I mean, you heard that with like Roman Polanski and
yeah, right.
I mean, heck, even Rob Lowe did some things, but like, I think eventually with like stuff like Kevin Spacey, eventually it'll kind of go away. We'll probably forgive him, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude, Rob Lowe did the same kind of thing though.
Yeah.
It's with an underage person. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really like saying that, but I have a feeling he'll come back probably when he's a lot older and do a couple films.
Yeah. The thing that sucks though is just like, man, I love their movies.
Right?
It's just like you find out that they're the worst.
It's like Louis C.K. I love his comedy, but like, you know, you do all those, you know, masturbating things, but it makes sense. Yeah. So let's move on to a nicer thing. Have you ever seen or met a movie star? I haven't really.
I saw Jeff Daniels. He came to Springfield, and he did an acoustic guitar thing. I had no idea. He was like,
I had no idea.
He was like, anybody out there who says Dumb and Dumber is your Citizen Kane, and like my dad and I were like, woo, yeah. And he was like, you're what's wrong with the world. And we laughed.
He just like totally bashes his own thing.
Yeah, he's just like, you people are crazy. He still has like Looper neck beard going on.
Woof.
Yeah, I know.
When was this?
But he was good. When did Looper come out?
Oh, 2012, 2011.
Yeah,
something like that.
Around then.
2011, something like that.
I feel like that was a good thing.
Huh.
He was good. That's the closest. I didn't meet with him or anything.
I can't even remember. I don't think I've said anything.
My parents were in LA once, and they saw Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I remember.
Like
I've heard that story.
They saw him on the sidewalk.
I love that.
So Dad thought it'd be really funny to shout "Mr. Mom." But,
all right, moving on. Favorite decade for films? I would pick the 1970s.
1970s.
I think that's just the best decade for movies. Period. You got things like The Exorcist coming out. You have Jaws coming out.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, Godfather trilogy. I just think the 70s has most of like the classic films that were like, it was like the golden age. Like you had like the 50s and 60s of like really, you know, great films that were like Roman Holiday or Spartacus. And I mean, obviously I'm just going with Dalton Trumbo stuff.
Right.
But like, like you had all that those kind of like stuff. You had also like a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies coming out in that time period. But the 70s really just kicked off everything, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think?
See, I'm gonna go a little campier and say the 80s.
The 80s, okay.
Because I really love old campy films. It just can't get much better.
Like Vacation and...
Oh yeah, exactly. Little gremlins.
Little gremlins. little buddies.
I don't know, just the effects were just a lot more endearing. My parents were like, "These were great. Here, watch them." And I was like, I ate it up.
I ate it up. But don't eat it after midnight.
Break for ads.
Breaks for ads. All right, we're back.
Hey.
We're back for a second. My camera likes to shut off. I don't know why. But moving on from the favorite decade, I said 70s. He said 80s. Favorite silent movie?
Ooh.
That one's hard because I don't have very many. The Artist is really good.
Right.
I would say Nosferatu. I just recently saw it for the first time. I did a silly review of it, kind of, on the channel. But I can't really think of too many movies that I've seen that are silent that are just so good to me. Wait a minute. No, it's not silent. Shit.
I know. Were you thinking of The Seventh Seal?
Yes, I was. I knew. I'm like, yep, Seventh Seal, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not fucking silent.
That's exactly what I was thinking of because I could just remember the class and it was just subtitles. And I was
but it's like totally in.
They're totally saying things.
Yeah, it's totally in Norwegian, Swedish.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, foreign.
Well, that's the answer. Favorite noir.
Favorite noir?
I want to cheat and say Blade Runner.
I want to cheat and say Sky. Are we back?
We're back.
All right.
My camera's a little bitch sometimes, but moving on from favorite noir, we got favorite western.
Favorite western.
My shoot.
Wild Wild West, right?
Am I right?
Yep.
It's Wild Wild West.
Exactly.
Remember that time when the aliens shit your pants?
Oh my god. We're reaching for 7 Minutes in Heaven.
7 Minutes in Heaven with Jeff Goldblum. Check that video out if you haven't. It's great.
It's great.
I don't know. The Clint Eastwood films, the Man with No Name trilogy is really, really good.
Yeah.
Unforgiven is fantastic, which I just recently saw for the first time. Tombstone's fantastic.
Yeah, I love Tombstone.
That one's probably one of the most fun ones to watch, that's for sure. I don't know. I really like the remake for 3:10 to Yuma. Like, a lot.
That's a good one.
I don't know what my favorite western is. Shoot.
Wow, good question. I thought you had this written down.
Well, moving on. Thank you, 5-star. Thank you, 5-star, for putting that out. We're going to move on to Screen Stars.
I give your question 4 stars.
I give your question 4 stars out of 5. So, Screen Stars, he says hi from the UK. Hey, thanks for watching my show from across the pond.
We must be in the USA.
We must be the USA. The UK? We must be the USA. It's a bad.
Hey!
Hey! Speaking of the UK, though, he said, what's your favorite UK TV show? I think we have the same answer, and I think mine's Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Yeah, it's Sherlock. I really love that show. Benedict Cumberbatch does a fantastic job, as does Martin Freeman. I love both those guys, and I just love how it's shot. And
oh, yeah.
I need to watch more BBC stuff, honestly. Or just
really. In
general, more UK stuff.
Thanks for letting us have Benedict Cumberbatch for a little bit for Doctor Strange.
Yes,
nice.
Thank you. Also, thank you for some of my favorite actors of all time, just from the UK in general. You know, England, Scotland, Ireland, and even Wales. I love Ralph Fiennes. I love Ralph Fiennes. I love Brendan Gleeson. I love Colin Farrell.
In Bruges.
I'm just saying In Bruges. Honestly, and also Daniel Day-Lewis. It's just there's just a masterclass actors.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and just a lot of people that I can't even I can just look through I literally could just stand here and just go through each one and be like, oh yeah, thank you for them, and Thank you for Martin Freeman and
Sir Alec Guinness.
Sir Alec Guinness.
All of the knighted actors.
Thank you for all of the Monty Python troops.
Yes. Eric
we
Idle.
both love Eric Idle, Terry Gilliam, Terry Jones, the one who is always in a lot of things.
John Cleese.
John Cleese. Yeah, I love John Cleese. Like John Cleese. Next thing, favorite UK movie.
UK movie.
One crossed my mind. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's definitely one of the best movies I've ever seen, and that's Children of Men with Clive Owen. It's a fantastic sci-fi movie. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I have.
It's got such an impactful ending. It's good.
I don't know about my favorite UK film.
One of the Bond movies. Bond movies are great too.
Yeah, I love all the Bonds. I think my favorite would probably be probably Goldfinger.
Goldfinger?
Yeah.
That's definitely like the quintessential Sean Connery film. That's for sure. All right, so thank you, Screen Stars, and hello to the UK. Thanks again. All right, next we're going to have LJ Draco's movie channel. That's his channel. He asks, what are your top 10 favorite movies of all time? We're just going to do top 5.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
It's a tall order. I cheated, and I came up with mine, but I'm sure he can come up with some if he just looks at this. And
Okay.
I'm cheating right now. I'm saying that's one movie. That is one movie to me, Lord of the Rings. So that's one. The other two that are in my... This is, by the way, the next 4 are not in any particular order. I have an In Bruges poster over there. We've already talked about it a lot. I love In Bruges. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Pan's Labyrinth I also have over there.
Yeah.
I love that movie. We also mentioned, just from the UK, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's probably my favorite comedy of all time.
Yeah,
It's
great.
It's just so good. And then I'm also cheating with another thing, another trilogy, and it's a recent trilogy, and that's the Before trilogy, right here with Richard Linklater. I cannot tell you how much I love this movie. These 3 movies: Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, and Before Midnight. You definitely need to watch it.
Yeah,
with a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I watch it by myself because, I'm a single boy. But I digress. All right, what some of the things you thought of?
Okay, so in that short time, I've come up with. I'm just like a sucker for superhero movies. So Avengers was a lot of fun.
First Avengers.
For me. Yeah, First Avengers was.
I mean,
amazing.
it is the best Marvel movie in my opinion too.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. I really enjoyed The In-Laws, the original, with Alan Arkin
I've never seen that movie.
and Peter Falk. It's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to my list.
And then let's see here.
I'm not gonna pick that.
Yeah, I mean Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings.
It's not your favorite movie? One of your favorite movies
it's one
of all
of my
time?
favorite movies. I gotta say, it's definitely gotta be in my top 5. I will stay awake for Lord of the Rings. And
Extended only.
Yeah, extended only. Of course, there's no other way. And Lost in America. I just really love that movie. Albert Brooks is so funny. And
That's good stuff.
Geez, I can't remember my last one.
Is it a comedy? Or is
It probably is a comedy. But as far as kind of horror and comedy, meeting in the middle, American Werewolf in London.
American Werewolf London is great.
I love it. John Landis is amazing. Max Landis.
His son,
is
is
hilarious.
hilarious, but also very controversial screenwriter. That's for sure.
He's great. Everything he puts out is great. Death and Return of Superman, perfect.
Well, I mean, I look forward. He's got some things in the works, I know. So.
Oh yeah, he's there was talks of him doing the Venom movie, but like he did Chronicle.
Yeah, I know he
and
wrote
stuff
that.
Like that. Yeah, so.
Well, thank you, LJ Draco. Also, another shout out from the UK. He also is from the UK, so thank you so much.
Hey, you guys should hang out.
Yeah, come on
Get a
over.
pint. Yeah.
Or I guess I should come over. I want to come over to the UK, honestly. Really, Ireland. I really like Ireland a lot.
Well, he's not from Ireland.
I'm sorry.
Just really offended them.
I just really offended. I love everyone from the UK, except for the Scots. I'm kidding. No, I love the Scots too.
Cut it.
Cut. All right, so the next one is from H_Hudson. He asks, most overrated sci-fi movie.
H is for human.
Woof. Overrated sci-fi movie.
probably
this
for
is-
a lot of people.
That's pretty up there.
Yeah,
Blade Runner is up there for some people.
it's pretty. Well, it's more of a cult classic now.
It is, yeah, but I know a lot of people who fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people who hate it. I mean, I love it, but I like the ending a lot.
Maybe at this point in time, a lot of people I've heard say Star Wars, the first Star Wars,
What?
just because it's been parodied and like.
The first Star Wars?
Yeah, I mean, as crazy as it sounds,
Sounds
it
insane.
happens. Yeah, people are just like, oh, the hero story. People have seen it a million times, but I don't know. I guess people get tired of it at some point.
I don't know, there's some things here.
Yep.
Alright, so the opposite of that. Oh! Did you say most overrated? I think Brazil is.
Brazil?
You ever seen that movie?
I have not seen Brazil.
It's Terry Gilliam. I love Terry Gilliam.
Mhm.
But I'm not a big fan of his movies that he's directed.
Mm-hmm.
He's directed a lot of really odd sci-fi movies that are from the 80s and even early 90s, or in the mid-90s too, like 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
Which I like, but also at the same time I don't love.
Mhm.
It's got this weird tone to me that I don't get too much. Like, it's too quirky for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know, just not, like, I love Terry Gilliam and his work in the, Monty Python, obviously. I think he's hilarious and all that stuff. There was a noise that scared me. I don't know. Cut. We gotta cut this.
We gotta cut it.
But anyway, opposite of that, underrated sci-fi movie. Mine is, and I talked about this before, A Man from Earth.
Mm.
I fucking love that movie, and I highly recommend it. I think I had made a video about 4 or 5 months ago in my top 10 like most underrated films that I think you should check out. That's one of them. Man from Earth is just so good. It's right around here somewhere. There it is. No, that's Uncle. Where is it? There it is.
From Uncle.
It's not Man from Uncle. It's Man from Earth. It's got John Billingsley, who is Bill in True Blood.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. But definitely check this movie out. Look it up. Don't read too much into it. Just watch it. If you can somehow get that. That's my underrated one. What about you? Sci-fi.
My most underrated is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I've seen that movie. Tell me about it. Sing it to me.
I won't sing it. They do a way better job on the internet, but it's a fun movie. We have fun.
It's a D movie.
A D movie at best.
Been some he likes some bad movies, but I love them still.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah. This is a good one. If you crash landed on a hostile planet, what would you want to see there? Would you want to see xenomorphs, predators, or Jackie Stallone?
Probably Jackie Stallone, right?
I pick predators.
Why?
Well, one, I love predators.
They're all hostile.
They're not all hostile.
Well, there's quite a few that are.
There's quite a few, and if we've watched any of the Predator movies, some of them actually could potentially be allies.
Yeah.
And I would somehow try to get in the favor of a Predator and just be with him. And, like, just honestly, like, just become a hunter myself.
Hang out, pal around.
Hang out, pal around, being a Predator friend. I don't know. Xenomorph scared the fucking shit out of me, so no on that one.
Nope.
And Jackie Stallone, I'm not too familiar with Jackie Stallone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much better.
It's not too much better. Thank you, H_Hudson. All right, next we're going to H8, Hate Texas.
Hate exes.
Hate Texas. Anyway,
I'm sorry about your exes.
what pushed you over the edge into full cinephile? That's a good question. Do you remember when I started like just getting heavily into movies? Like I always loved movies, and so is he. Honestly, your parents, I'd say, are your influence, but I don't know.
Yeah, they've shown me quite a few movies, a lot of classic movies. Really made me love cinema a lot. I don't know, with you, it was probably...
Probably the Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe. Partially that.
Partially that. Also...
Interstellar?
Interstellar, maybe?
I remember that day we were with our other roommate and we watched it like pretty late at night and we got out like 1 or 2 in the morning and then we couldn't sleep because we were just thinking about all the just implications of that movie and just like talking about it.
It was pretty wild. We discussed a lot of themes.
I love that movie and I love that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Top 10 scores.
That was good.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly when the moment was, but I heavily got into Blu-ray buying when I built this bookshelf. And I just decided to like just constantly buy things. I mean, look right here. This whole section is stuff I need to still watch, which is insane. And I still have some more over there. Got some Blu-ray Hulk videos coming up to show some of that. I got a lot of stuff at Black Friday. All right, next, what one film that exists today that you yourself feel like you could fix? Be it a plot hole, a mistake, a bad actor, budget cuts, or rush for time frame. You want me to give you mine first?
Sure.
Batman vs. Superman, get rid of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. That was not a good move. And connected to that, I really don't like Social Network. A lot of people do. I love David Fincher, and I love the way it's filmed, and it's great. I just don't like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I don't like him in those kind of roles. I like him in like Zombieland or like Adventureland.
Yeah.
That's the type of Jesse Eisenberg movie I want to see. I don't like him as a person really that much. Or I guess as an actor. I don't know.
Yeah, as a person, you know, personally.
So that's the thing I would fix. Is there anything you can...
I would have fixed The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I would have made the lizard look more like the lizard and not a Goomba. And maybe Spider-Man's costume. Not give him like the yellow eyes and the strange new suit. I like the strange new suit, but...
Would you fix 2 completely by taking out like probably 2 villains?
Well, that was the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Green Goblin doesn't even need to be there.
Not really.
Either.
No.
I mean, Rhino made a little bit of sense.
They were trying to set up a Sinister Six.
Sure.
It was weird.
But like, and Electro was just over the top.
Yeah, it was pretty weird too.
It was a weird movie. I mean, there's a really great moment in that movie. You know, obviously Emma Stone. Spoilers.
Wow. I can't believe you did that.
It's not that great of a movie. I own it. It's one of the movies that I'm not the proudest to own, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Sequel or threequel better than the original? Easy. Empire Strikes Back. It's best, to me, best sequel of all time. Sans Two Towers.
Aliens.
Aliens. You like Aliens more than Alien?
Yeah.
Really?
In general. Just like, it depends on my mood. If I want like a more horror film, I'll watch Alien.
Yeah.
If I want like an action adventure, I'll watch Aliens.
Gotcha.
I find myself in that mood more.
I really like Alien. I can't divorce. I mean, yeah, you're like right. The tone are so like they're so separate.
Yes.
Like I mean, they're very similar. I mean, you got James Cameron and Ridley Scott doing 2 different things. But I just love it, and it's a weird mixture of the newer films like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I love those movies. They've got a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of flaws, and some people don't like Covenant, and I get that. And some people don't like Prometheus. I thought Prometheus was really fun.
Yeah.
Like at least thinking like all the concepts that could potentially become. Anyway, it's a good pick.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. That's not always the case.
Yeah, there's usually sequels are not better than the original, but there's a couple of ones. Like I mean, obviously the obvious ones are like, for some people like Two Towers. Some people like Fellowship a lot. I mean, obviously I consider them one, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
Underrated movie theater snack.
I don't know. What's yours?
Milk Duds. I don't eat them often because they're really hard to chew, and they also get stuck in your teeth. But they're good, but I just never touch them.
I don't know if they're underrated so much as I don't really see people doing it. Is Mike and Ike's. I love Mike and Ike's at the movies. I don't know why. It's just really good.
Mike and Ike's are okay to me, but I get that. Yeah. I see people get Twizzlers sometimes, and that's pretty underrated too, probably. I don't like
Screw them.
Screw Twizzlers. They're tasteless. Also, the last question. I like very much Corky Buchek. You know Corky Buchek?
Yes.
We both know Corky Buchek.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. I don't have Borat because I don't have the Blu-ray yet. I'll eventually get it. I know, I'm a failure.
Sure, are you kidding me?
No, I don't have Borat. It's expensive, okay? Alright, and finally, from a good friend who was just in the last video I put up, Hannah Bridgewater. She's
Hannah.
She's also in my my Blu-ray hunting video, and she's just a good friend of ours. She asks, DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
You pick Marvel all the way?
All the way.
I think Marvel for movies, but I still pick DC for comics, personally. And I think we've had this discussion.
Better stories.
We've had this discussion with our other roommate, who's big Marvel fanboy, Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis.
Kurt, man, if he ever watches this.
Yeah, of course he will.
Well, we'll see. It's both of us, so.
He's just gonna skip to the part where we mention him.
Yeah, Kurt, man. It's at 47:32. I don't know how long this thing is.
God,
but
it's been that long.
It's been that long? Okay, so yeah. I'd say comics, DC-wise, I like them better. I'm not denying that Marvel has got fantastic comics. I mean, the last kind of things they've been doing with, gosh dang it, what's his name? Remender.
Rick.
Rick Remender does that really good stuff, and also so does, help me out, Fantastic Four and Avengers.
Oh, Rickman?
Yeah, no.
Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman.
No, Hickman.
Hickman, yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't
Hickman
thinking
is fantastic author. He's a really good sci-fi author, and I love everything he's done. He likes to make big concepts, and then it all comes together at the end. You're like, holy shit, it all worked. It's cool.
Yeah.
Least/most favorite DC or Marvel characters from the cinematic universe. Let's go with the least favorite from
Least
DC.
favorite from DC?
Let's do one from each.
Okay, sure.
Least favorite DC cinematic universe.
Yeah, dude. What do you want to say to the adoring fans out there? Big Brother's watching. We already have. Okay, hold on. What's your least favorite DC character from the cinematic universe?
This is your proxy answer?
Yes, this is
From
a proxy
John?
answer. John, what do you think? Well, yeah, basically them and like Steppenwolf. You got your Ares. You got your Doomsday. Jesse Eisenberg is.
It's Jesse Eisenberg or Doomsday, one of the two. They're both garbage.
Yeah.
They're both garbage.
I think it's probably going to be Jesse Eisenberg for all of
Yeah,
us.
Jesse Eisenberg for all of us. What about favorite from DC?
What's your favorite from DC?
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
So Wonder Woman?
I really I like Flash, but I haven't seen him much. So.
Have you seen the new one yet?
No, I have not.
He hasn't seen it. I mean, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got some annoying parts, but he also is really good in comic reliefs.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's the kind of character he is.
Okay, what about least favorite Marvel cinematic universe?
How about least favorite Marvel character in the cinematic universe? Winter Soldier. That's interesting.
Really? He doesn't like Winter Soldier?
The villain or
just any character?
Oh, he didn't like
Bucky?
Robert Redford. He's just a mean old guy.
Damn Robert Redford. Stick to your old films.
Exactly. Why aren't you on a boat and then you get lost?
What about you, Ben?
Mine's probably shoot. I don't like Zemo that much.
Zemo.
From Civil War.
You hear that stupid siren out there?
Yeah, I hear a bunch of
Zemo
sirens.
from Civil War. Yeah, he wasn't that good.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
just
like,
like,
I set something up.
I set it up. Oh, look at me. And he just farted.
I don't know. There's a lot of villains to pick from.
Yeah,
villains aren't
quite a
that
few.
good.
Crossbones kind of sucked.
Yeah, I wish he was a little cooler. I don't know.
Me too.
Maybe I don't like how they handled Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Kick-Ass. They had
Quicksilver.
They had Kick-Ass guy in there.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Oh well, another spoiler.
What about favorite from cinematic? Mine's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
That's,
Who's your favorite?
I have a bias.
Marvel?
Got a big bias here.
Yeah. I think my favorite's probably Iron Man. I just really like Iron Man.
Personality-wise, I probably jive with him the most.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Just an arrogant bastard. I'm the same way.
Bruce Banner.
Oh, Edward Norton or Mark Ruffalo?
I'm sure Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo. I'm an Edward Norton guy.
I don't know. After this last movie, I'm like, Mark Ruffalo is my Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo is a better Hulk. I like Edward Norton better as Bruce Banner.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Eric Bana.
Eric
Bana is our
Eric
favorite.
Bana's the best one. Too bad he's not a part of the official Marvel universe.
No. All right, final question.
All
We're
right.
going to have John to go after
All right.
this. But the final question is, what one superpower would you have?
What's your one superpower, John? Yeah.
Better not pick mine. Any superpower.
Any superpower, dude.
I'll kick his ass if he picks mine.
Flight?
Flight.
What kind of flight?
John picks flight. No, don't even get into detail with that.
Okay, Dragon Ball Z. You're zooming. So like Superman.
Like Superman. All right, Ben.
Okay. Yeah, you can fly around everywhere.
This has been hijacked. It's been hijacked by John.
Our call-in is hijacked it.
He's hijacked this whole thing.
I'm just kidding, buddy. I would choose super stretchiness.
Of course you would, Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He loves Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic's my favorite.
He's your favorite.
What my favorite superhero is not Ellen Parr from
It's
Incredibles.
Ellen Parr from The Credibles. That's her favorite. That's his favorite.
I just like it. Dude, you can, like, transform into things and go into, like, small spaces.
Elastigirl is his favorite.
Yeah, no, not true.
My
best
favorite...
friend's a rock monster.
The Thing? Are you the Thing from Fantastic Four?
No.
Arrested Development joke. My favorite superpower, he's still talking probably, would probably be telekinesis.
Telekinesis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably have it more like Magneto.
Oh, but that's just metal things.
I like metal things. Also just, you know, shout out to metal. One of the best genres ever, but...
Yeah, why don't you just, like, take it off of metal and just put it more general?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I'd have it more controlled, unlike Scarlet Witch.
Right.
Like, hers is just, like, too chaotic.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, telekinesis, like, I'd whip both your asses with that.
Okay, well, good luck hitting me, dude. I'm stretchy, man.
Let's say bye to Johnny.
All right, John.
We'll talk in a second.
We'll talk at you later. We're gonna get ready to do a group video. So
we're gonna do a group video of a certain thing we're gonna watch.
Alrighty, we'll see you in a little bit.
The Room.
Ooh, sweet! I can't wait.
Ooh.
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 Oh, dude, you 2 for 1 thing? I can't believe you.
All right, after multiple camera fails and Jonathan calling us.
That guy.
I can't
I
believe
hope
it.
he doesn't watch this.
You better not watch this. I want to thank everyone who is stay tuned or is watching this. Also, everyone who has given me a comment, and also Ben for joining along. He's one of my best friends, and I'm glad he's here. And this is the first time I've actually filmed it this way, so this is strange. But I might do this in the future.
Give us your feedback.
Give us your feedback down below. Make sure to comment. Give us your thoughts on this. Answer some of the questions yourself. That's actually a good idea too. Give this video a like. Also, don't forget to share this video and also subscribe because
we're not
Jonesing around.
Bye.
Bye.